free if they really were going to be free.
We deposed a dictator who was a brutal killer, and his two sons who were brutal killers. They've had an election there. The people in Iraq overwhelmingly want to be free. We all know that. They've taken.
It would have been nice to do that after taking care of Al-Qaeda.
Let's take it one step at a time. I believe your son died in a noble cause. That your son died to give other people freedom. All right? And if you're a Christian, you know, there is no greater sacrifice than to give your life for someone else. So I believe your son died in a noble cause. Do you believe that?
He was willing to do that. I don't believe that, you know, we're freeing these people when we're building all kinds of major military bases in Iraq.
You don't believe that we're freeing anybody in Iraq? You believe that they were better under Saddam than they are now?
No. But
we're not freeing.
There was a time for that after we took care of the real business of getting the real terrorists and the real killers from 9/11.
Now, you met with President Bush. And I understand that you had just a short time with him because your son, Chief Warrant Officer Eric Kesterson, in Iraq a couple of years ago. Now, I respect your opinion, and that's why you're on your program. I wanted you to talk to millions of people all over the world about your experiences, why you feel the way you do. Obviously, we respect your son, who I think is a great patriot. And I don't want you to be used. You know, I think Cindy Sheehan is being used by very far...
I have a question about that.
Okay, well, and I'll let you ask it, but let me make the statement. I think she's being used by very far-left elements in this country, elements that not only object to the Iraq war, but object to basically our way of life here, America as we know it. And if you look at it logically, everyone knows, Hillary Clinton knows, I mean, on and on, that if we cut and run from Iraq, if we pulled out of there, it would make the war on terror twice as dangerous as it is now, and that's just a fact. So ask me your question. I'll be happy to answer it.
I don't believe, you know, what you're saying about there are forces behind her, because I know there's nobody behind me. I've been relatively anonymous.
Well, you're a different story, but if you don't believe me, all you have to do is go to the Michael Moore website, and all you have to do is call the Fenton Group, which is a left-wing group in Washington, which puts out press releases. And here I have a internet thing where she told us, I mean, these people are off the chart left. Cindy Sheehan says Bill O'Reilly is an obscenity to humanity, okay? I mean, Ms. Kesterson, if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. All I can do is report what we know to be true, and if you don't accept it, you don't accept it. But we have Michael Moore involved. You know Michael Moore. We have the most far-left elements in the country involved with telling the woman what to say, how to say it, and monitoring what she goes on and what she doesn't go on. You know, there's nothing else I can tell you.
Nobody tells her what to say.
Well,
Nobody tells me what to say.
How can you say that?
I mean, she speaks from the heart, as I speak from the heart.
All right.
I mean, she lost the most precious thing in the world to
Would
her.
you go on the Michael Moore website, madam?
Probably. I mean, I will now. I mean, I don't go do that, you know, voluntarily, but...
but, I mean, do you respect Michael Moore? Do you believe in the things that Michael Moore believes in, that we're a bad country, that we're an evil country, that we brought this war upon ourselves?
You're putting words in his mouth, the way I look at it.
Okay, so you believe... Well, let me ask you...
He has made a documentary.
Hold it.
Go ahead.
Do you respect Michael Moore's view of the United States?
I don't know his entire views of the United States. But, you know, there are a lot of things that Michael Moore has brought up that I think needed to be brought up, and I do believe him. But I can't say because I don't know what he has, you know, said across the board.
If you had to throw in with one person, President Bush or Michael Moore, if you had to make a decision on who I'm going to back here, who would it be?
Michael Moore, if he has lied or not, has not killed thousands of people, possibly hundreds of thousands.
So you believe that President Bush has killed hundreds of thousands of people. So you believe that the president's an evil man?
I believe he's responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people, our soldiers included.
And there's no justification.
War.
Self-defense isn't a justification. War on terror.
It wasn't self-defense in my eyes.
So you would have been okay with letting Saddam...
We were not attacked by Iraq.
No, that's true. We were not attacked by Iraq, but Kuwait was. And he signed a treaty that said he would abide by the UN sanctions and violated them 17 times. So, I mean, you either enforce the treaty or you don't, and that's what it came down to. I'm going to give you the last word, Ms. Kesterson, and I want to really tell the audience that I appreciate you coming on and speaking with me today. Go ahead.
I feel that if Saddam was such a threat, they should have taken care of him in the first Gulf War after he had done the scorched earth program where he set all those oil wells on fire, and he did kill his own people, and he was allowed to fly those helicopters to gas the Kurds. So that would have been the time to have taken care of Saddam Hussein.
Ms. Kesterson, thanks very much. We appreciate you. Welcome on this program anytime. If you have anything else you want to say. And our BillO'Reilly.com poll question asks you,